Now this is something I've been waiting for a long time, the SJCAM SJ8 Pro. This is touted to be a GoPro Hero 6 competitor, and while I doubt that this thing can match up with the actual GoPro Hero 6, it's still $260 and we'll see how good it is. But right now, let's get on with the unboxing of the SJ8 Pro. All right, let's start taking off the boxes.
Oh, come on, it's stuck. There we go.
Let's take a quick look at the specifications. Here we have a 12 megapixel Sony IMX377 sensor, 178 degree wide angle lens. It can take 4K at up to 60 frames a second, which is going to be very good. And it has a 1200 milliamp hour battery. And finally, it's USB-C, just like the GoPro Hero 6. Let's continue taking off some packaging. And here we have a couple of things. Well, let's look at the actual camera first. Let's take it out. And here it's already in a waterproof case. I guess the one downside with the SJ8 Pro versus the actual GoPro Hero 6 is that this is waterproof without a case, but this one needs a case to be waterproof. Let's put these aside and see what else we have inside the box first. There is a manual, and this is multi-languages. You know, there's Spanish, there's English, there's a couple of languages. So I'll take a look at it and see if there's anything I missed. There's also a couple of accessories. Here you have a bicycle mount, which I'm actually going to mount on my scooter, and we can take a ride around. And these are 3M tapes that you can use to tape onto your helmet, your ski helmet. Too bad it's summer, so I can't really use it to ski. And here is a GoPro accessory, another one. And this is a camera mount to mount, well, actually no, this is a helmet mount. The previous one was just stickies. This is the actual helmet mount that you can use to mount on your helmet. This is a waterproof case. This is a touch-enabled waterproof case. That's actually pretty cool. And I can feel it right now. This is not glass. It's like a plastic membrane, which is why this will be touch sensitive up to 10 feet. I don't know how much I'm going to trust this. It feels kind of sketch, but we'll see when I test it out. And here we have two more GoPro mounts, one more GoPro mount. Here we have a fabric cloth, and finally some stickers. SJCAM, empower your dreams. Put that aside. Let's see what else we have inside on this side of the box. So here we have a couple more mounts. I'll talk about them later. We have a USB-C cable, very nice. And finally, we have even more mounts. So it comes with quite a lot of mounts. Here, take a look at this. It comes with these mounts over here on this side. Quite a few mounts, so I'll go through them in the full review, but for now, you've seen what there is, and if these do have mounts, well, so that's good. Let's put all this stuff aside and look at the SJCAM itself. And now this is the actual SJCAM inside the waterproof case. Let's open this waterproof case up and look at the actual camera itself. So slide this way. There we go. So now that I've opened up this case, we can look inside. So it's pretty snug in there. It's kind of hard to take out. I'm having trouble taking the camera out. It's like it's stuck inside. Dude, that was impossible to take out. So let me put this aside and compare with the actual GoPro. So on the left is the SJCAM and on the right is the GoPro Hero 6. The SJCAM feels a lot lighter than the GoPro Hero 6, but that is to be expected considering this is waterproof in and of itself, and the SJCAM here is not. So let's put this aside and look at the actual SJCAM first. So this is made out of rubber. As I'm touching it, it feels like matte rubber. It's pretty grippy. It feels fairly nice. So on the front here, you have your lens, which is covered in a little plastic, and you also have your screen, and it says the SJ8 Pro and your SJCAM logo, and that most likely is your microphone holes. And on the back here, you can see that this is basically a whole touchscreen. And this is the top of the camera. There are a couple of grills here. I'm not sure if this is the microphone instead of the one on the front, and this is your little button. And on the right, you have your power button, and on the bottom, let me slide that out and see what we have inside. And here there is your battery as well as your micro SD card slot, which I will put one in ASAP. And of course here there is also your 1/4-inch screw that you can use to screw onto any tripod. And finally here, this is probably going to be the USB-C port. There we go. USB-C, very nice. Going full USB-C, and I accidentally just turned it on, so whatever. So here, as you can see, it's turned on, so it's light. And let's look at the front. As you can see here, there is a blue light, and on the front it tells you the resolution as well as the time and the time left, how much gigabyte storage you have, and finally the battery life. And on the right side of it's on, you'll see that it glows red. And on the back here is the screen. All right, let's take a quick look at the interface of the SJCAM itself. Here you have magnification buttons, and these do actually work. You can actually tell that it's being magnified as I tap these buttons. And what is this? So this is your EV, your white, your color, your metering, gyro sensor. Oh, gyro sensor. I don't think you can turn that on at 4K. Loop recording, file size, normal, ISO, audio, timestamp, app preview. So let's go back. And here, you can choose between video, video time-lapse, slow recording, photo, photo time-lapse, burst mode. Is there anything? Yep, there's more. Video, photo, and car mode, which you can use this as a car DVR, but really there's no point because this is expensive and it should be used as a GoPro. Finally here, this is your resolution and your frame rate. Here you can see that there is 4K, 4K Ultra, which I'm not sure why it's called 4K Ultra for 30 FPS and 4K at 60 FPS. Which is a little bit weird. Anyway, sorry, let's go back. And you can keep on going. You got 1440 at 60, you got 1080p at 30, and 720. So let me go back up. Oh, I see what it is. So 4K here, when it says 60 FPS, you can change between 60, 30, 25, all the way down. Let's go back. However, if you go to 4K Ultra, you cannot actually choose the FPS. It's stuck at 30. 1440p, let's see, it's a maximum of 60 all the way down to 25. And checking 1080, I'm expecting this to go up to at least 120. That's right, so 120 FPS for 1080p. And 1080p Ultra is you're able to do up to 60 FPS. 720, you're at 240, which is fine. And I gotta say that the touch sensitivity here is actually pretty responsive. It's not as responsive, obviously, as like a cell phone, but for a action camera, it's actually pretty good. Let's go to the settings and see what we have here. We have a language, which, let's see how many languages there's. English, French, Dutch, Espanol, Italiano, Portuguese, Chinese, I don't know. Yeah, so that's Chinese, that's Japanese, that's Hong Kong. I don't know what that is, Russian, Korean, Polish, and a couple more. There's actually a lot of languages here. So, actually, no, it's not that many. So if you saw your language supported there, it is supported. If not, then it is not. Oh, okay, I changed it to Turkish by mistake. Let's go back to English. English, there we go. Now, Wi-Fi, I can turn it off and on. SSID and password 125678. Wi-Fi frequency, 5G and 2.4G, very nice. Format. Oh, I do not want to format the SD card. Auto power off, 3-minute screensaver, keypad tone. That means you can probably hear it if you tap it. Brightness, yeah, this thing's actually really bright. Let me see if I can turn it down, and it gets pretty dark, but you want to leave it bright because you're going to be using this outside most of the time. Color temperature. So that's of your screen itself, not of the actual recording. And then you have your external microphone, which, oh, this thing takes an external microphone. Nice, that's actually pretty good. Date and time, gimbal control, which is nice, but that would mean that you need the SJCAM gimbal. Screen frequency, default setting, what is, default setting means, reset everything to default settings. That's what they mean. UI classic and version, which I'm sure will be okay once we start updating it. Oh, that's pretty good. So if you are in this screen and you want to switch, you can actually just swipe, which is like quite innovative. You can swipe between cameras and video, or photo and video, which is pretty good. Or you can tap here and choose. So that's very nice. What about swiping up and down? So swiping down gives you a couple more information. Lock screen, Wi-Fi, and you can actually FPV as well, which is pretty sick. Too bad I don't actually have a drone that will take this, but if I did, that would have been pretty cool. All right, let's now take this outside, and I'll show you a little clip of this taking some video. All right, so that was a quick unboxing of the SJCAM SJ8 Pro. I'm going to give you a full review of this camera as soon as I can, but in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Let me know what you want to test in the comments down below. Be sure to hit like and subscribe if you want to watch more of these videos that will be coming up, and hit the notification bell to make sure you're notified of any of the new videos that come out about the SJCAM SJ8 Pro. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.